Subaru advanced gradually, at such a leisurely pace that initially, letting one know age of Outback or Impreza from the last is some of the time hard. That won't be the situation with the 2025 Subaru Forester, uncovered just a little ways off of the 2023 Los Angeles car exhibition, yet Forester fans will track down the recipe exceptionally recognizable. The restyled 2025 will offer loads of little updates and a new and less tacky covering. However, the best is on the way. On the stand at the Uncover, Subaru's worldwide president Atsushi Osaki uncovered that a half-breed Forester will show up for 2026. The half-breed, the primary such vehicle from Subaru, answers a major void in the Forester setup, as purchasers frequently contrast the hybrid and crossover choice opponents like the Toyota RAV4 and Hyundai Tucson. The model is important for Subaru's worldwide ZAP methodology, which Osaki says will incorporate 4 battery electric vehicles, like Subaru's current Solterra, by 2026 and 4 more by 2028, which would compare to the vast majority of the automaker's current arrangement. Meanwhile, the enormous enhancements for 2025 are the new styling, a refreshed inside, and numerous tech updates. The advertisements will presumably say all new, yet under the skin, the updated Forester is for the most part a development of the past model. It'll ride a similar stage as in the past and utilize a similar 2.5-litre level 4 motor, imparted to a couple of different models in the setup. That will be the just powertrain until the half-breed shows up. Subaru didn't grandstand a wild variant, yet one ought to show up in a couple of months. The Forester's new look is the single biggest change. While it isn't totally another vehicle, the styling, faintly impacted by Portage and Nissan plans, is a ton more clean. It's as yet a lukewarm style proclamation contrasted with vehicles like the Tucson. However, it looks really satisfying, with head and taillight plans that mix all the more neatly into the body and dark bumper flares that reverberation those on the WRX. Striking it isn't, yet it's attractive and obviously transmits Subaru from a street or two away. There are likewise new 17, 18 and 19-inch wheel plans. Under, Subaru says that the case and body have been solidified 10% by making more welds and utilizing more modern cements. There will likewise be more strong, stifling material. Subaru says that will diminish lodge commotion by as much as 39%, and the progressions will likewise give the Forester a more controlled ride and somewhat more honed dealing with. The hybrid will likewise get the WRX double-pinion electronic power directing framework, another component liable to further develop how the occasionally roly-poly Forester feels on twisty streets. Inside, there are new front seats that can be warmed and ventilated on the top visiting trim. Talking about cooling, the environment control framework has been intended to zero in on involved situates as opposed to aimlessly warming or cooling all zones of the vehicle. Those front seats are additionally slimmer, which further develops admittance to the all-around extensive rearward sitting arrangement. Plan-wise, the Lodge is a nearby development of what went previously, yet it's overwhelmed by the 11.6-inch Starlink screen found in other Subaru models. The base Forester will in any case utilize a bizarre plan of 2 7.0-inch screens, a design found in some other base model Subarus like the Heritage. However, different variants will get the big screen and its discretionary route framework. Freight space hasn't exactly changed. However, there's presently a sensor under the guard that can enact the discretionary power rear end. The rooftop rails, a component frequently really utilized by Forester fans for their varieties of outdoorsy stuff, presently come in low or high-profile shapes. On the dynamic security front, a region where Forester has for some time been a market chief, there's another crisis stop help include. In the event that a driver becomes lethargic, it can work with different elements in Subaru's visual perception well-being suite, including the path-keeping and programmed slowing mechanisms to pull the vehicle over to a protected pause and call crisis administrations. A significant number of the other vision frameworks are something similar, however they're still exceptionally supportive and frequently market-driving security frameworks. Not all that new. In the engine, the Forester's 2.5-litre Level 4 motor proceeds, however, it loses 2 torque. For 2025, it'll make 180 GP and 178 pound-feet of force. Subaru says it has marginally eased up the vehicle by and large, so there's little opportunity drivers will see any genuine distinction in speed. All the consistently factor-programmed transmission, CVT, a Subaru standard in practically its vehicles, likewise proceeds unaltered. Subaru didn't uncover evaluating at the show, however it offered a trim setup. Like the motor, it also is intimately acquainted. The base Forester will stay, complete with its crackpot screens, or more that will be the top-notch, game, restricted and visiting, with each trim's hardware levels remaining generally something very similar. However, a few models will get a couple of new highlights, like the visiting's warmed and ventilated seats. Since this is certainly not a basic re-examination of the vehicle, it appears reasonable to foresee that the cost increments will not be colossal. However, it will cost beyond what the 2023 or 2024 models you can track down at a bargain now. Expect a beginning cost of around $30,000, including objective expenses, running to about $40,000 for the restricted. The crossbreed, when it shows up in 2026, makes certain to include a superior top of the non-mixture models. The forthcoming Wild model will presumably opening in around a similar cost as the restricted. We anticipate that 2025 Subaru Foresters should begin hitting vendor parcels at some point this approaching spring, and a declaration of the Wild by Q2 of 2024.